Hello and welcome back. I am Reverend Dr. Lori Williams, and today I'm going to answer the question: How do I go about healing the core wound? So when I talk about core wound, I talk about this often. What it is essentially is going through the healing process. You initially, start looking at healing your mindset, healing emotionally, trauma healing, all of those kinds of things, beliefs, all of that kind of stuff. So that's your first initial step into self healing. So once you get through all of that, a lot of people at that point think, "Oh, I'm healed." And the truth of it is maybe you are. Maybe you did all of the things that you needed to do to heal all of the parts of you that felt broken or not whole. Um, Maybe you did, and if you did, congratulations to you. But most of us, we're not done with that. Unfortunately, there's still more to do, and this is where the core healing comes in. You will know if you're done healing, because like truly done healing, because things will stop coming up that need to be healed. Mindsets won't be an issue, beliefs won't be an issue. I personally, I don't believe we're ever completely finished our healing journey. It's just, it might take different forms, but it's not ever completely finished. Healed is not necessarily a destination that we're trying to get to. We're trying to get to like a deeper self-awareness, more authentic version of who we are, connecting with the soul self and the purpose of why we're here and what we're supposed to accomplish in this lifetime. Those are the things that I like to use, a few of the things I like to use as a gauge on whether or not the healing is working. But to say that I'm fully healed, I don't know that that's ever true, because we're human. We have all these different emotions. We feel all these different emotions on many different capacities. So we're always looking for ways to become less attached to these emotions and more in flow of allowing these emotions to come through us. So all that being said, what is the core healing? What does it look like? Essentially, core healing, it always is going to come back to one thing. It's going to be one thing that has made all of your relationships be the way they are. It's going to be one thing that I'm not saying that it has caused the beliefs and the patterns and things like that, but it's been your foundation. Now, let's be honest. I mean, I'm a parent. I don't do this lightly by any means, but ultimately it comes down to it's usually one or both of your parents. That is the core wound that needs to be healed. And when I say that this is one or both of your parents, I do not mean that they are to blame. The truth of it is our parents are just human beings doing the best they can with what they know how at the time. We as adults have zero right to blame anybody else for the way that our life is and the choices that we're making, whether consciously or unconsciously. So this is not a finger pointing, let's blame our parents, let's, have all of these issues with our parents because they were just doing the best they could with what they knew how at the time. Anything to do with healing is always a reflection and an internal reflection. So when there's something that's going on that becomes external, it allows you to sit there and to look at it and be like, hey, where did this come from? Where are these emotions coming from? Where are these words coming from? Where are these beliefs coming from? And that allows you to be more self-reflective, like to build your own inner awareness. So I personally went through core healing, my own core healing, end of August of 2024. So it's been fairly recently for me. I've been doing this work for almost 11 years, and it took that long to get to the core healing. I'll be honest, there was a lot of time, probably a year and a half, that I knew what the core wound was, but I wasn't ready to look at it yet. I wasn't ready for it to completely tear everything apart. And essentially that's what the core wound healing does, is it tears everything apart within you. But it also allows you to build back something even greater and more beautiful. And that's why core healing is so important, because it allows you to stop blaming other people. It allows you to stop putting yourself in the victim mentality, because nothing good ever has or will ever happen there. You have to move past that. And that's why core healing is such an important part. But it also allows you to let go of expectation of who people, anybody, parents, siblings, friends, spouses, children, whatever. It allows you to let go of what you think people should be in your life, like what place they're holding in your life or what value they have in your life. Core wound healing allows you to literally just show up as your most true and authentic self from a state of peace and love. And was it worth it? Absolutely. As someone on the other side of this, all of this, I can say it was 100% worth it. Was it easy to go through? Absolutely not. There was so many parts of the last almost 11 years that I've been on this journey that have been hard. But the truth of it is staying the same was a lot harder for me. Trying to juggle the way that I was with, losing relationships and, taking everything personally and feeling like there was something inherently wrong with me constantly, was not an easy way to live either. So in comparison, yeah, it was probably the same level of hard, but at least with going through the healing process, I was able to come out the other side of it with more self-awareness, with more compassion, with more empathy for myself and for others, and obviously some more love as well. I personally believe, in my own experience, not just with myself, but also working with clients, core wound healing is the pivotal component of self-love. If you truly want to love yourself, if you truly are looking into loving yourself on all levels, without judgment, without attachments, look into core wound healing. To me, that's the secret sauce. That's where, when you get on the other side of that core wound healing, there's nothing but love waiting for you there. There's no judgments. There's no blame. There's no, projecting essentially anymore. You can completely heal to a point where everything that's going on with inside of you, everything that's going on outside of you is a reflection of what's going on inside of you. Not only do you know that, not only do you believe that, but you actually practicing it. Knowing it and believing it is only half the battle. You have to actually practice it, knowing that whatever happens outside of me is a reflection of what's going on inside of me. When you know that, and when you deal on those, like when you walk through life having that power behind you, it can't help but not change who you are. It can't help but not bring out the most authentic version of you, because you stop looking at others for validation. You stop looking for others of who they're supposed to be in your life, and you realize, hey, you know what? I was supposed to be that to me all along. We truly are the only person from birth to death that will spend 100% of our lives with us. You are the only person that will spend 100% of your time and your life with you. Make the relationship a beautiful relationship. Don't hold on to blame. Don't hold on to judgment, whether it's yourself or others. Don't hold on to, it's time we got to put down carrying these, oh, I have this trauma, I have that trauma. Being aware of your traumas helps you when you're doing trauma healing. Once you've healed the trauma, there's no reason to keep holding on to it. Let it go. You've carried it long enough. Put it down. And when you do that, you're ready for the core wound healing. Thank you so much for joining me. If you need any help with this or any other service that I provide, please feel free to reach out. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you back here next time.